When we have seen in the first chakra, deity has one head, second chakra added faculties of the first chakra to the second, two heads, then first and second on the third. So, 3 heads. When you come to Anahata Chakra, 4 heads, indicating all the faculties, the positivity that you gained from each chakra when you cross the chakra is added as a head understanding, and that is finally the 4th head of the 4 heads of the Kakini deity. Then she is upholding a shield, and here is incidentally, while we were talking about the knot of Vishnu, and that needs to be observed. Otherwise, you will get trapped into the knot of compassion and you go ahead with the compassion, which is beautiful, but you may get stuck there. Knot of compassion is a great thing, supporting people. And then hardship comes, you get trapped into it, and then you may hardly find the chance to get out of it because you are surrounded always by people. Actually, when you are really working and really open your heart and be with the people, it is in some ways, it is unmanageable. Really hard at times.
How they respond?
It is because you are teaching them or being with the people when they are in a trouble. You cannot run away. You don't want to run away. You get into the feeling that you cannot move away. You have to handle the trouble. This is very important. So you stay with your students or people or animals or whoever around there. When they are in a trouble, you have to be with them. And that is the feeling, intense feeling of supporting the humanity is or the living organisms or the nature. And when you get there, actually it is hard. A lot of consequences will also come. Then finally, it becomes very hard. You cannot even concentrate to do your practices to go higher. And this is the knot of Vishnu. It's a pleasant knot, but it's a knot. So then I'm saying an example. After 2 hours sitting here and talking, I get up, there is a need. What can you do? You have to address the need. You cannot run away. It's a small thing, but maybe you are at the night, at the evening, maybe at 7 o'clock we finish. I could never get up and go. Now I am trying to force myself to get up and go. Kanagan and people like that, they have seen this whole night. The workshop finishes by 5 o'clock and our workshop continues till morning 5. No way, because there is big need. They wanted to know maybe some kind of suffering. And it was a magic for people there in the places where I had center that I never sleep because maybe I need to sleep, but I cannot sleep because it's going on. So few people, they sleep, the others, they get up. So always there are people awake. So far they are awake, I am awake. And then morning, by about 5 o'clock, I go and take shower, and by 7 I am back to stage. This is how it is. Compassion traps you. And it really challenges every personal space. This is good that you will not have any personal space in your life. That is actually good, but at times it can be very hard. And then when you realize that it is a hard thing, then you have to find the ways to get out of it, and how to find a way to get out of it. Maybe not possible because already you have created a certain pattern of living behavior that people around you, they expect this pattern. And you hardly eat. The full time you with the people, for supporting people, no personal space, no sleep, no food, nothing. But you enjoy it. And this, when you start to enjoy, you are on trap. This is the Vishnu Granthi in Anahata Chakra, note of compassion. And then to get out of the note of compassion, you have an instrument. What are you doing? You have to observe. It is not that you are taking a detour towards the selfish side, not. But you are looking into the nature of yourself. It is a heart chakra, is the nature chakra. You are looking into how you are behaving. And then you understand how it is behaving and how it touches you. Whether you are stuck there or you are going further. And that is understood only by proper observation, calm observation. And so you sharpen your observation, otherwise you will not see this. You're doing a great thing, so you won't see it. You enjoy it. When you start to enjoy, you are in the knot. And then you sharpen your observation, you shield yourself. You need to protect you because your journey has to go further. Shield is something that protects you. So you put the shield and stay behind that, watch not outwardly but inwardly. Then you understand that this is actually a great trap that you have to get out. And disconnect the bond. That is the only way. You do the same thing, but you're not hooked up. You do everything which is possible to support humanity, support the nature for doing everything. And then if you are not really looking and observing, you feel you are a messiah. So it is a bigger trap there. You start to feel that I'm destined to do this. See the trap? It is your destiny to do it. You are authorized to do it. It's not like that. You create that situation feeling that you are authorized to do this thing by somebody. You are sent by the one. Then you are really trapped. Okay, you are a messiah. What to do? You carry out the orders of the Lord. And this is a big problem that needs to be observed. So you sharpen your observation. That is the shield of observation. And then when you get into the right upper hand, you see, even after observing, you cannot get out of it. Because it has set certain patterns and samskar, culture, inner culture. Thereby you cannot stop it. Your observation is not enough to get out of this. And then what you do, you sharpen your will. When you sharpen your will, you understand that there is no separate will for you. In the first chakra, you apply your will. You feel that I can manage and I do it. But in Anahata Chakra, you realize by your observation, internal looking, you understand there is no separate will for you. It is the will of nature that works through you. And that is the realization a person gets into Anahata Chakra. Thereby, you surrender. And then you watch the nature. Not the nature outside, your nature. When your nature put you down, you just follow. You put down, you sleep. You understand? This is sharpening your will and understanding that I don't have a separate will. My will is the cosmic will. And the cosmic will is not dictating anything. My actions, when it is turning against me, it is the time for me to observe and just stay there. Then it will be corrected by itself. And sharpening of the will is the sharp sword on the right hand of the right. To get out of the Vishnu Granthi. This is a very crucial point in when you are ascending. These kind of traps will come. Beautiful, but it will trap you there for some time. You have to go further. And then on the left bottom hand, the skull. The skull indicates surrender and detachment. And realizing that I am a mortal principle and I don't need to worry about the mortality which is inherent in me, and I will go from here one day, and you clearly know, and then the importance of the present comes up. That will come towards the end for everybody. When you are nearing to departure, then you start to feel that the time is very precious. Till that time, we play around and we may not be looking and understanding. And then simply we waste our time. The time becomes so significant, so important, there is not even 1 second to waste. Wasting means projecting from within to outside world. That is a waste, according to spiritual. So you sharpen your observation deeply inside. In every breath, this feeling, deep feeling, to not to miss, see what's going on, what's going on. So when your observation is intensely sharp, then the mind becomes empty. Otherwise, there will be space for something else to get inside. And then you go with that for a little time, then you remember, you get back. Now that chance is not there. Already you have surrendered, and then you know that you are a mortal principle, and there is no other way other than surrendering to the nature. And you surrender to the nature and you exist. And at that time, the bond will be broken. The bond that we have established in the idea of holding the existence intact. That's not your job. That will create ego also. And that needs to be looked and dropped. And then on the right bottom hand, Kakini mother is keeping the trident. The trident indicates the same everywhere. The awareness that I came here, I am here, I will go back. And when you get into that, the going back and coming are the 2 points, 2 extremes, but in the middle, which is a very sharp moment, which is negligible, and unless you're very sharp, you cannot see the small point, which is so important in spirituality. Alertness. Shraddhavan labhate jnana. Those who have the alertness to see will get the wisdom. And then sharpness of observation. Observation you cannot do yesterday, you cannot do tomorrow. Observation is working only now. And now is very, very short. If your observation is not coming to that sharpness to see what's going on and how the time is evolving, unless you do that, you are strayed away from this moment. So there is actually no time. And that modern explorations, they say that there is actually no time. Time is Maya. It's an illusion created by the mind. And then if the time is created, whether time is created in the present or in the future, time is created in this moment. So only moment that is created is this moment that is continuously unraveling before us. If you are not staying there understanding what is happening now, then you are not living. That is the feeling. Every moment is wasted. And then in every present moment, we are either taking the past and analyzing the past and what I have done and what has happened in my life. Everything was nonsensical. And you go on brooding over the past and you are planning for the future. These are all masters are saying this. Either our mind will be looking back or looking forward. And in this process, this is common teaching by all religions, all religious masters. And thereby we are skipping that particular moment, this moment, how to look at this present moment. Because that is actually nothing. It is a created idea. And then we are being run by this idea which is created, which is the idea of time. You look at the impact of this idea that is going on in our mind. All our hurry, our stress is based on this idea. You have to come here at 10 o'clock. Is the time 10? And then, of some reason, you couldn't come at time. It changes the whole thing because time has become a tool and you don't have the tool. And we get hurried. Stress hormones will come. And that it alters your state of consciousness. And you're not anymore calm when that hormone is on. No peace of mind, nothing, hurry, worry, all those things. So that is the reason why in spirituality it is very important to see this moment where we are existing. And how to find this moment, present moment. We are all saying that present. Present, it's so difficult to locate the present. For practitioners, it is not difficult. Because the cycle of living starts, or anything, any action starts by a trigger that comes in the mind. Conscious actions, I mean. The mind is pushing you, pushing something out of the memory. So there enters a small force in the memory to trigger a thought. And the time of inception of a thought is the present moment. It's very negligible time. There may be time. Just before that, there is no time. And when a thought is just surfacing, that's the moment you need to see it. And for that, generally, you need to have an alertness. If you don't have that alertness, we skip that moment. So living the present is associated with jagrata, alertness, shraddha. Unless we have that alertness, we continue to skip that moment. So this is so important to sharpen your observation, to see the present. And if a person is seeing the present, everything collapses into the present. The thought, the very inception of thought comes up, it cannot exist because you are staying in that moment, the time is not moving. When the time is not moving, it cannot really put its wings to fly. Everything collapses into the moment itself. That is the reason why masters are asking you to live the present, but they don't say how to live the present. And then they give some chocolate to you. And you put the chocolate in your mouth. Or they give a grapes to you. You put the grapes in your mouth. Don't bite, keep it. Taste it. Don't bite. So you started to move your tongue around it and you're living the present. And then you just bite. Oh, some juice is percolating everywhere. Don't go for the previous taste which you had in your tongue, corresponding memory. Immediately we look at whether it is good or not, this taste. Sri is doing this in his beginning years. Give some small balls, you put it in your mouth for a long time, then you bite. This is living the present. This is not living the present. But it is a training to live the present. So we are sharpening our awareness to feel what is happening in your mind. It is not like allowing the mind to wander here or there. So when you sharpen our awareness to the present, that is the time which is the inception of a thought, is the only present, psychological present for us. Present, future, nothing is there, but psychologically you create that, and the root of creating the psychological time is the thought. So they say willing means icha. There is a force that enters into the memory and trigger a memory, and as soon as it triggered, you don't know what it is, but when you sharpen your observation, you will see what is getting triggered. And then even the beginning thought, when it is coming, you understand it's happening. That's the present. Stay there, the thought collapses. If you allow it to grow, then you cannot handle it. You have to follow it. So this is the meditative life of an aspirant. He is so focused, sharp, and he is staying there and just looking into his mind or focusing on something else. And the distraction that is coming on the way is creating the space and time between the emptiness and the object which appears as an impression in your mind. As soon as you see it, it cannot exist. And if you allow it to expand a little bit, then you have no control over it. So that is why in spirituality, masters are asking this deep concentration. When you get into such a sharp focusing, the time stays there. Everything comes on that base. When it appears, you see it, the purpose is fulfilled. You don't need to go into action. This is how you fry the karma into the frying pan. Put it in the frying pan of karma and the karma dissolves. But there may be some strong karmas which will not go. However you look, it will not go. It grows and grows and finally it disturbs you. You get so restless if you cannot enter there. There may be karmas, there may be a lot of karmas which has happened in the past. And you may be 90 years old. Maybe you had a love story at the age of 17. You are still holding these beautiful feelings. You are 90 years dreamer, dreaming for that. You are already gone. And what to do? This is still haunting in your brain. I'm feeling a little sad. Maybe already you decided that this life is okay and I will get it in the last life. Already this girl is married. So, waiting for the next life. Poor old man. Pavale. Adana karma. This is bonded karma. Go on entertaining. No way to fructify things. The root of action stays there. It becomes very, very potent, but no way to make it happen. So this is the accumulated karma which is in the contents. And so there is a prevalent belief, maybe it is right, maybe it is not, that you have to look for yourself. I am not suggesting anything, but and actually that is why when I come there, I just withdraw from there. But I have my feelings. I don't want to put my idea on you. Personally, we can discuss. And you have to find this out. Maybe it will continue. ഭൂതത്തിനെ കാണിച്ച് പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്നതിനുള്ള പരിപാടി വേണ്ട. അല്ല, ആ മറ്റേ കുട്ടിയുടെ കാര്യമില്ലേ, we have seen that small boy, under the banyan tree where the Maharshi is meditating. You will have as many number of leaves as in the tree. Oh, great! He started to sing, dance, celebrate, fly, and he went to the heaven immediately. But that possibility is there. It's a nice story I like. And that possibility is there. And so, why to have more? Maybe try to fix the maximum. If something is remaining, okay. If it is there, it is okay. You go and get it. I was running through my mind how I came here. There was a time I was feeling very clearly that who was me in my previous life. Very clear. It went on. Then I tried to hold on it because it's a nice idea. I was not a normal person, so it is good. And then I gave up this thought. And then I started to look. Maybe it was like that, maybe something else. It's my imagination. That each and everyone has to look. But one thing is for sure, that if you have not finished your karma, the longing, the seed for continuation is there. It will germinate, it will take you. So that is good. So focused action without expecting the fruit of action is the only possibility for curbing the karma, for frying the karma. And so we need to remember. So anyway, a sharp observation is required, and if you cannot observe and then if it is not dissolving, then certainly you have to sharpen your will to get into the surrendered mind, feeling that the cosmic will is functioning through you. Then if you get into that kind of a sharp understanding that cosmic will is working through you, the karma doesn't belong to you. If he wants, let him do. If he don't want, okay, I don't know. I have no responsibility. My karma is a responsibility. If you want, you do it. What is my problem? Okay, that is a good idea. Give everything on him and let him work. I have no responsibility. If you don't work, you are an ineffective God. Add the shame on you. So it is very interesting. So I put everything on him. If you want, you do it. I am ready. Eh? Will എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് there is a will define. Oh, sorry. Will is defined as basic force that trickle memory to surface a thought. Adana force. That is the force. That is the will. That is called in Sanskrit as icha. Will is translated, or icha is translated as willing. So the force that enters into the memory to trigger a thought, and that is will. So if it is so, will is not your will. You are not really pushing anything. It happens. So that is why there is only one will. There is not many will. It is the will of nature which is there. And when the will of nature is in operation, then our individual mind is trying to interpret it and start to feel that I have done it. I have the capacity to do it. And I have done. And then you started to feel that, and also feel the ownership of what you have done. Slowly it is developing. And then you start to feel, I have a capacity and a power to make something happen. And that is will, the cosmic will colliding or joining with the ego, the pressure hunting ego. And when it happens, we start to feel that it is my will. And there is nothing like that. But this process happens on it, and then we start to feel that I can do it. Do you know what I can do? I will show you. And you will show. But actually it is not. In that given situation, the nature is doing something. And you are the instrument. And when you get there, certainly you are detached from that point. And then you understand that it is not will. I have no separate will. My will is the nature's will. Whatever is happening is done by the nature. So you are not split up in that kind of an awareness. Will of nature and your nature. And there is actually nothing to distinguish. It's only will of nature. When you are looking there, you understand we don't have any control over it. Actually, we don't have any control over it. In the sense, when you conceive will as the force that enters into the memory to push a thought. And that is will actually. The rudiment, the base of the will is this, a force. that trickles or triggers a thought. That is will. Icha. We say Icha, Jnana, Kriya. There are three forces working in nature. Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. Of which the willing, the Icha Shakti is the will. Icha Shakti, when it is working in your system, you feel it is my will. It is an interpretation which is given by your own mind. You cannot actually.
There is a new book in Quantum Mind.
Yeah.
There you can read this. There is some research on Quantum Mind.
Quantum mind.
So before, because there was an experiment conducted by some doctors. Okay, they gave a pre because you lift your hand anytime. So before the thought come into the mind, there is the triggers which is already happening. Before you think that you wish to raise your hand, the induction is coming.
Okay.
Some part in the brain. So that is the base of where from the thought comes.
Yeah. Yeah, that is.
Then after that, there is a book, Free Will by Sam Harris. Sam Harris is an American neuroscientist. He's seeking knowledge. He's a human being. Actually, it's a part of his biology and his conditioning. So if a criminal is doing a crime, personally he's not responsible for this. This is their idea. Because we are in that place with the same body and same genetics and same conditioning, training and all. We will also do the same thing. This is their concept. Because if the thought triggers, you can control through your mind. So responsibility is not ours or karmas. Actually, it should be connected to our karma theory also. That we need some explanation. Control over the characters. True control.
Actually,
To a certain extent.
You control, what is the instrument with which you control?
We have the control of our actions, not the control of our will. Will is naturally produced. The action we can make a choice.
There are certain karmas, action. Karma means action. Karma also means the fruit of action. In two contexts, we use karma. Action and fruit of action. It's my karma, fruit of action. That karma I have to do. It is action. So
if you are practicing this kind of viewing, how thought comes, how you are aware, then the karma will come to know you are doing practice.
You have some tendency, you're observing it, and in the initial times, you're not having that space. Like, habit. A tendency പക്ഷെ ആ വലിക്കാനുള്ള ചിന്തയും ആ ആക്ഷനുള്ള സ്പേസ് ഉണ്ടാവും, ഒരു ഒബ്സർവേഷന്റെ സ്പേസ് ഉണ്ടാവും. എന്നാലേ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവുള്ളൂ എനിക്ക് അത് അവോയ്ഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും എന്നുള്ളൊരു ധാരണ. പക്ഷെ അത് ഉണ്ടാവുന്ന ഇതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അനുഭവത്തിൽ നിന്നായി.
ഒബ്സർവ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ചെറിയ ടൈം ഗ്യാപ്പിൽ ഒബ്സർവ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റാത്തതുകൊണ്ട്
ആ ടൈം ഗ്യാപ്പ് ഉണ്ടാവുന്നത് അനുഭവത്തിലൂടെ ആയിരിക്കും.
അല്ല, ട്രൂ പ്രാക്ടീസ്. സർക്കസിൽ ചെല്ലുമ്പോൾ കമ്പി വലിച്ചു കിട്ടും, അതിലൂടെ ഒരാൾ നോക്കും. പ്രാക്ടീസ് ഉണ്ട്. പ്രാക്ടീസ്
ഓരോ സിറ്റുവേഷൻ ഒരേപോലെ ആവില്ല.